All right, so now that we have a pretty good understanding of the let keyword, the var keyword, the const keyword, we can sort of move ourselves towards more of the ES6 syntax. The next thing I'm going to talk about are template strings. So at this point, I'm going to start using the code editor. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pull up VS Code first. And VS Code is my preferred code editor. I like it because you can customize it quite a lot. If you want something simpler, you can use Atom or Sublime Text, and both of those are available. In fact, I'll pull up the website just so you can see how to get those. So first, Visual Studio Code, if you've never used it before. And this is offered by Microsoft, but it'll work with Mac as well. So, I mean, you can download for Mac, as well as if you want something a little bit lightweight. I prefer Sublime Text just because it is really lightweight. It should work with pretty much like older systems too. If you're like on a Windows 7 computer, or if you're working remotely over, a cloud computer, you might want to just use Sublime Text, as well as Atom, Atom.io. Atom.io tends to be a little bit more heavier, but both of these offer both customizability, so they're really cool. You can use older code editors. I've heard of people using Eclipse, and I've heard of people using PHP Storm. Whatever your preference is, right? Like ultimately, if it allows you to be able to just write code and have like colored syntax, that's great. I mean, that's really all you need. I mean, there are people too who can just open up their terminal, right? And then they'll use Vim, which comes with, I think like you have to install it actually, but Vim is like one of the oldest terminals that you can, code editors that you can use that basically allow you to like work with even computers like remotely. So a lot of people like Vim. It's a little bit more work, to learn, but it's fun if you finally master it. And if you watch a lot of coding tutorials out there, basically you might run into like Vim. So let's see, I think that's actually the correct editor. So yeah, this is what you use if you have like a really bare bones stripped down computer, maybe like a Raspberry Pi. Okay, with that said, and here just for fun, I can create a line of code in here. Let's see here. I'll do let x equal 10, and then let y equal 15, and then console.log x plus y. And again, like I've customized my Vim just so I can see colors and have auto completion, and this is something you can totally do on your own too. I'll be happy to make another video about explaining how to customize your Vim, but I really like using it, especially for just doing fast code. So I'm actually going to quit out of this, and I actually have to write too. So let's press enter and then escape. It's a little bit of work. Write, quit, so that saves the file for me. Now I can do node hello.js, right? And then I get my value right there. So I don't have to actually type node each time and go into the terminal and write out code. I can actually use Vim to basically write out my code, save it in the file, and then run the file with the node command, and that helps me write longer. But obviously, like as you saw, Vim is a little bit difficult to use. Even when I'm using it, like I still sort of forget commands here and there. So I prefer something like this where it's just really easy for me to see what I'm doing, and then I can just work with my Mac or my Windows computer and hit the file save. That's what most coding people are doing anyway. Again, this is more for pro level. If you are really in a fly and you're really in a hurry and you just want to test things out, or you want to do something with possibly another computer remotely, then you might use something like Vim. Okay, I'm going to stop the video there, and I'm going to start into our next lecture.